Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Madge. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutuloy natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Yes, good morning po. This is Tutor Bell po. Isa na naman pong ETUlay online tutorial para po sa Java programming. Ayan po. So, magandang umaga po. Online viewers ng ETUlay. Okay, so nadidinig niyo po ba ako? Ayun, yung aking daw cam. Ayan, saglit po. Ayan, so hindi po daw gumagana ang aking cam. Saglit. Saglit lang po, wait lang. Ayan po, no? So, ayan. Testing. Ayan. Saglit. Ayan. Okay na. Camera. Wala yung cam. Wala yung cam. Ano kasi naka-ano po? Ayan. Ayan po. Kita na po ba ako? Nadidinig na po ba ako? Ayan. Okay na po ba, sir? morning po, no? Good morning. Apo, ayan. Thank you very much. No? So, may technical problem lang po akong na-encounter. No? So, but let's go through with this online tutorial. Okay, so, importante po nagkakarinigan tayo. So, ayan. So, this is Tutor Bell. No? So, for Friday again, it's Friday once again, 11 to 12. I will be your tutor for Java programming. Ayan po. Yan. So for quarter 2, week 7 po, no? So kung last week po we were done doing the while, no? So the while loop in Java. For quarter 2, week 7 po, no? So from 11 to 12, we will do the creating, no? So we will be creating the do while loops in Java. Ayan po. So ayan. So we will determine also, no? So aside from creating the do while loops, we will be also determining the difference between the while and the do while and the while loops, no? So meron po kasing kaibahan yung dalawa, no? So although they are both loops, no? So pero meron po silang pagkakaiba. So we're going to determine that today, no? So ayan po, no? So just like last week po, no? So we're still dealing with the loops, no? So yan po yung mga example, the infinite loop, and then we have the roller coaster loop, no? So yan. So ayan po. Yan. Good morning po, no? So good morning once again. This is creating the do while loops, no? So ayan. Ayan. So let's see. Ayan po. So good morning po kay Christina Agzunod, Ritz Melvin, and kay Neil. Good morning, Neil, no? So naway matutunan nyo tong do while today. So stay tuned lang kayo dyan. Relax lang, no? So we will do the programming today. Ayan. Okay, so remember, no? So we're still dealing with the loops, no? So ang loop, meron niyang loop body, meron niyang tinatawag na iteration, depende sa Boolean expression na nilagay natin, no? So remember, if it is a loop, meron niyang loop body, meron niyang iteration. So yan. So sabi nga natin, no? So we have the 3 types of loop, the for loop, the while loop, and the do while loop, no? So last week we have discussed the while loop, no? So for today, we're going to discuss the do while loop. Yan, no? So yan po, yung tatlong loops, no? So ano po ba? Okay, so since last week we're done discussing the while loop, so for today we're going to discuss the do while loop, no? So variant yan, no? So kung uso ngayon yung Omicron variant, no, ang do while loop ay isa ring variant form ng while loop, no? So halos parehas sila ng ginagawa, but meron pa ring pagkakaiba, no? So paano ba yung sinasabi mo, Ma'am Tutor Bell, na parehas sila ng ginagawa pero may pagkakaiba? Okay? So hindi naman po siya ganun ka-complicated, no? So basta variant po siya. So dahil nasa programming po tayo, no? So let's take a look the flow chart po ng do while loops, no? So sa flow chart po para mas maintindihan natin yung logic behind the do while loops, no? So start tayo, no? So kapag do while loops, remember na uuna na ine-execute yung executory statements, no? So and then after that one executory statement, doon pa lang siya magche-check ng condition, no? So doon pa lang magkakaroon ng checking ng condition if it is true or false, and then it will end the flow, no? Ayan na po. So, iyan po yung ating flowchart. So, iyan yung pagkakaiba actually niya sa while. No? Sa while, nauuna muna yung condition. Okay? So, nauuna yung condition checking before it will execute the statement. So, ibig sabihin, yung statement ay nasa taas, no? So, before actually ng initialization, and then doon pa lang magkakaroon ng condition checking. Ayan. So, nasa taas, no? Nasa top ang statement, ang sa while nasa baba yung executory statement, no? Nasa top. Remember that, no? Nasa top yung executory statement ng do while the while statement, no, sa while loop natin, nasa baba yung ating executory statement. Ayan. So, let's take a look at the syntax, no? So, ito po yung ating do while. So, sabi ko nga, it will, after the do, no? So, it will execute a code block, no? So, before the condition, no? So, do, and then the statements bago yung ating while expression. So, sa while expression natin, nandyan yung condition. Ayan. So, tingnan natin. Okay. So, ang gagawin natin for today, so remember yung ating program last week, no? Hindi ko siya talaga binago for your consumption, no? Para nun, i-convert ko siya, our while from last year will be converted to do while today. No? So, sinadya ko po yon. Mamaya makikita nyo po yan na i-convert natin yung ating while into do while. So, let's take a look. No? So, dapat pagka do while, meron munang initialization of our variable. Okay? So, initialization, bago yung ating do while, no? So, good morning, Ravik. Okay, so do, and then yung ating loop body, no? So, yung ating loop body, yung ating mga statements, no? So, kung merong increment and decrement na mangyayari, no? So, remember, sa while natin, merong increment and decrement, no? So, kailangan mag-false, no? So, yung ating condition. So, right after the executory statement, merong increment or decrement. No? So, yan. Okay, so, and then, doon pa lang yung ating while. No? So, good morning po, Ma'am Beverly Verano, watching from EES, Mimi Extension Division of Victoria City. Good morning po. Okay? So, iyan po yung ating syntax. So, remember po, itong mga syntax na to, kahit po mag-iba-iba ang programming language, pag alam nyo po yung ating syntax, hindi po tayo matututunan at matututunan natin yung programming language na yan. No? So, initialization, the do, and then yung ating loop body, kung merong increment or decrement, and then yung ating condition. So, remember po natin yan, no? So, i-take note po natin yan, okay? So, para mamaya, okay, so we will be doing the do while, no? So, do, okay, and then the loop body, the increment, and then the while, okay? So, remember po natin yan, okay? So, let us remember that, okay? So, the do while, no? So let's interpret that syntax. So the do while loop always executes its body at least once, no? So execute niya muna natin yung body at least once before the test is evaluated. Ito rin po yung difference actually niya sa while, no? So meron pong mga times that we need an executory, at least one executory statement, no? So, para nun, merong mga cases like, for example, kung gusto mo, yung mga questions like, do you want to check your balance, no? So may mga ganyan. Do you want to check your balance? Ang question is, do you want to check your balance? So, yes or no po yan, di po ba? So, bakit tayo gagamit ng do while after that, do you want to check your balance? So, it is answerable by yes or no. Okay, what if I answered yes? Okay? So, ano na mangyayari? No? So, kung naka-do while po tayo, no, ang gagawin niya, nag-yes ako, no? Nag-yes. No? So kung nag-yes ako, do you want to check your balance? Yes. Anong mangyayari pagka yes ko? Okay? So do while. Okay? So syempre gusto ko muna makita yung balance ko. Okay? Nag-yes ako pero what if I change my mind, di po ba? Marami pala akong pera sa bangko ko. So pwede niyang ipakita po sa akin, no? So do present muna yung aking balanse, and then kung kaya ba nung balanse ko yung i-withdraw ko. No? Okay? So, do you want to check your balance? Yes. Kung no pa rin, ipapakita niya pa rin. No? So, still print or I could still view yung aking balanse. So, yun yung mga cases po na meron tayong isang executory statement muna. Either true or false yung ating expression. Okay, do. Okay? So, present yung ating balanse. And then, while, so kung ang answer niya is no, sa isang ikot, no, di po ba? Dahil ito ay loop, meron po yung iteration na tinatawag. So, sa unang ikot, kahit pa mapa yes or no yung aking sagot, no? So, it will still print yung balanse ko. So, it will still be able to view my balance. No? So, yan po. Yung mga cases while we na gusto natin na merong isang executory or at least once, no, na mag-true. No? So, sa unang ikot, lagi po yang mag-execute ng isang executory statement. And then, sa pangalawang ikot, doon pa lang po siya mag-check ng while expression ng ating condition. Kasi do while. No? So, yan po yung nangyayari sa ating do while. No? So, because its test conditional expression is at the bottom. No? So, nasa yung while po kasi, which is our condition, nasa while mismo. So, do executory statements, doon pa lang yung ating while, no? So, yan po yung nangyayari sa do while. Compared po sa while, it is already checking the condition sa taas pa lang, no? So, si do while, nasa baba yung ating conditional expression. Ayan. Ayan po, no? So, yan. Nasa beginning, no? So, yung condition sa ating while ay nasa beginning of the loop, no? So, and if the condition is true, then only statements in that loop, it will be executed, no? So, while the loop executes the code block only if the condition is true. So, while in do while, no, executes the statement in the code block at least once if the condition fails, no? So, yan po yung difference ng ating ayan, no? So, it will check the value of the loop control variable at the bottom after one repetition has occurred. Alex? Okay? Okay, so ayan po, no? So the do while is a post-test loop, one which the loop control variable is tested after the loop body executes, no? So ibig sabihin, ano po ba yung post-test loop na tinatawag? Post, ibig sabihin, tapos na, no? So na-execute mo na yung isang statement bago pa siya mag-test ng condition. That is why it's called post-test loop, no? So, yan po. Ayan. Okay, so at kung ang while condition never evaluates to false, then we will have an infinite loop. No? So pagka sa while. So sa do while po, no, kahit po magkaroon ng infinite loop sa while, meron na tayong na-execute na isang statement. No? So yun po ang difference. Okay, so this one, okay, so ito po yung ating while. Remember this last week, no? So, i-convert po natin ito into do while. So, this one is actually while, no? So, while po yan kahit ang class niya is do while. But this one is actually a while. So, we will convert this one into do while later. So, let's go now to our intelligence to take a look at this example. Okay, so I have a do while here. So do while siya pero while. Okay, so I will just change this one. Okay, so remember the syntax. So let us convert this, no? So convert this do while into really do while, but this one is while. So, sabi natin dapat meron initialization. So, dito, so there is an initialization. Okay, so we will, okay, so meron tayong initialization and then, enter natin, we have the do here, no? So, do. So, ano yung ating executory statement? Okay? So, do and then the loop. Okay? So, increment, then decrement. Ano yung ating unang i-execute? No? So, for example, welcome. Print tayo na. Whatever the value is, we will print a message tayo nito. No? So, talagang sinada ako na ipakita sa inyo today that we are actually converting the while to do while. No? So, okay, so, so ano pang kulang natin? We still have to put the quotes dahil string, di po ba? Okay, so do. Okay, so we have the initialization integer x is equal to 2. Okay? And then we have the do, no? So to start with the do while. Okay, so do this one. Okay? And then aside from that, let us print this one. Convert kasi natin, di po ba? Okay. And then while, no? So ito na yung ating while. So dapat may increment and decrement. So we will do this one. Okay. So ililipat po natin siya. Okay. So we have the increment. Okay, so the executory statement and then the increment or decrement, and then we will have the while. No? So let's check this one. Okay, so we have the while. Okay, so our while. So ito na po yung ating while. While x is less than 102. Okay, so wala na po ito dahil this one dito na po siya. Okay, so ayan. So remember po, so let us check kung how many opening brackets do we have. 1, 2, and then 3. So dapat tatlo yung ating closing braces, tatlo. Okay, so tatlo na. 1. Okay, so 2. And then, so sobra tayo ng isa. para dito. Ayan. Isa-isa. Tapos ito po. Yun dito. Ayan. Ayun. Okay. So, tingnan natin. So, let us run this one. Close lang muna po natin ito. Okay. So, this is the real do while. No? So, let us run this one. Ayan. So, magko-compile po yan. Okay, so this will build. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng dalawang print. Magkakaroon po tayo ng 2 display. Welcome to ETUlay, and then system.out yung ating x, and then it will increment, and then while the x is less than 102. So, what will be the output of this one? So, okay, so this one. We need this one. Okay. Meron po siya. Okay, so kahit po, remember, no? So kahit po isa lang po na mawala yung ating semicolon. So since while is a statement, so dapat po it will end with semicolon. Yan. So ibig sabihin, okay na po ito dahil ito po yung signal na makikita nyo that there will be no syntax error. Ayan, no? So, what happened? Okay, so ilang beses po na nag-print, no? So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hanggang 100. So, let us remove yung nakakalitong welcome to ETUlay. Okay. So, ilan po natin siya ulit. Okay, set natin yung ating while into do while. So, pwede nyo po siyang gamitin. But remember, sabi ko nga, kailan nyo dapat gamitin si while at si do while. No? So, kapag gusto po natin na something will happen even if it is at the beginning or at the kahit po mag-false, no? Kahit isang statement lang, no? So, do while yung ating gamitin, no? So, yan. So, let us check this one. So, bakit po naging 2, 4, 6, 8 hanggang 100, no? So, yung ating loop, no? So, on the first iteration, so sa una, no? Sa unang ikot, ano po yung value ng ating x? Okay, the value of our x is actually 2, okay? Okay, and then, pagpasok niya doon sa ating do, okay, ano po yung in-execute niya? Okay, ang in-execute niya is, pinrint niya yung ating initial value. Diba? Okay, so yung ating x, okay, so importante po na ma-initialize natin. Okay, so remember, in do while, you have to initialize first your variable. No? So, ito po yung ating x. Okay, do. Okay? So, ito po yung ating mga executory statements. No? So, yan. So, ito po yan. So, gagawin niya po itong dalawa na linya na yan, dalawang executory statements na yan. Okay? So, ito po yung okay? So, saan po yung tinatawag na loop body? Okay, this is our loop body. No? So, ito po yan, yung do, while. This is the loop body na tinatawag. Okay. So, kung hindi mo in-increment yan, no? So, laging 2 at 2 and 2 and 2 lang po yan. No? So, what will happen? So, kung hindi tayo nag-increment and decrement, okay, so what will happen? So, let us run. Kung hindi po tayo nag-increment or decrement ng ating value sa do pa lang, no? What will happen is, this will just remain 2 forever. No? So, 2 and 2 and 2 pa rin po iyan. Okay? Run po natin. Yan. Wait lang po. Ayan. So, ano nangyari po? Dahil hindi natin siya in-increment, it became a indefinite loop. Remember po, sa while, dahil hindi natin in-increment or decrement, it became an indefinite loop. So, ganun din po ang mangyayari sa if we did not an increment or decrement, so wala tayong ginawa dun sa ating initialization value. Okay po. So, ang mangyayari with our code, no? So, that's yan. Okay, so yan po. So, we stop this one. So, stop lang po natin. Okay, so, tandaan po natin, no? So, dahil loop po ito, let us avoid our code being an indefinite loop, no? So, meron pong indefinite loop pagka po hindi tayo nag-decrement. So, remember the syntax, initialization, the do, the executory statement, yung ating loop, di ba? Yung ating loop, anong mangyayari dun sa ating loop. And then, we have the increment or decrement. So, pag sinabing increment plus, okay, pag decrement kung nagma-minus ka ba, di ba? Or nagbabawas ka po ba. Yan. Okay, so while, kasi nga, di ba, while x, no? So, kanina, kaya po siya nag-indefinite loop. Well, kaya po siya nag-indefinite loop dahil this one will always be true. X, no? X is equal to 2 forever. Okay, so it will not end. Kasi hindi mo siya nilagyan na magiging false yung while. Okay, so kaya po siya naging indefinite loop na tinatawag. Okay po? Gets po ba? Ayan. Okay, so ayan po yung ating 2, 4, 6. So palitan na natin, ibalik na po natin to. So para we could avoid. So that's also the way, no, para maiwasan natin yung tinatawag nating indefinite loop. Make sure you do an increment or dapat maging false, no? So kung kasing itong while mo laging true yan, this will become forever and ever and ever, which is an indefinite loop, no? So kailangan meron tayong it will end, no? So dapat may ending. Kung may beginning or may initialization, there has to be an end, no? So tandaan po natin yan. Kung hindi po natin yan gagawa ng, although this is a loop, it will become an indefinite loop. We do not want naman na this will become forever loop and loop. No? So, paano po kung pera ang pinag-uusapan dyan? Like, for example, okay, so sabi ko nga kanina, ano yung instance that you just want to do something, no? So, sa unang iteration, no? So, like, for example, kahit pa true or false, I want to see my balance, no? So, magkano ba yung balance ko? Halimbawa, do you want to check your balance, no? So, kung at the very beginning, you want her or his to show to him to show yung balance niya, no? So, pwede mong gawin 'yon, no? So, dito pa lang sa do, pwede mong ipakita yung balance. Okay, balance, no? Pero do sa second, kung ayaw niya naman, no? So, ang question po kasi dito is, for example, while, no? So, kung dito, ang while niya is answer to check balance is no, no, or yes, no? So kung yes, sa una pa lang nag-yes siya na okay, gusto kong ma-check yung balance ko, or nag-no siyang bigla, no? So kung no, dahil while answer is equal to yes, no? So ipiprint niya pa rin yung balance mo initially. Okay, pero on the second iteration, this will become false, no? So hindi niya na po i-execute yung ipiprint niya pa yung balance mo. Diba? Okay? So, yan po yan. So, let us check the other do while here. Kaya do while na po ang pinangalan ko dyan. So, yun po yung aking purpose dyan. Okay, so, we still have this one. Okay, so this one. So, yung ating do while. Okay, so, let us convert this one, yung ating while, into becoming a do while. Okay, so we have the initialization. Okay, so this is while. Okay, so we will do a do. Okay, ayan. So open parenthesis. Okay, so ano yung i-execute niya? So ito po yung i-execute niya. So let's move this one here. Okay, so while. Okay, so this will become a one statement. So let us put a. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So this is now a do while. So kung kanina is while siya, okay, so it is now a do while. Okay, so it will print the X. So sa initial, sa first iteration, ano po yung ipiprint? Yung ating value ng X, which is 3. Okay, so lagi po yan sa una, 3 ang ipiprint po niya. And then, ang susunod, no? So, dahil nagkaroon na ng iteration, 3 plus 3, this will become 6. So, 6, is it 6 less than 100? Yes, di po ba? So, gagawin na naman po niya yung ipiprint niya. So, kaya magiging 6. So, ano pong magiging output nito? So, this will output the skip counting by 3, actually. Okay, so let us check this one. Okay, so kaya po kaya po pinangalanan ko na rin siya do while. It's because I'll be using it this week for the do while. No? So sinasadya ko po yun. No? So para hindi na po ako gawa ulit. So, and then I want you all to see po how to convert from while to do while, no? So, yan po yan. So, possible pala yun, no? So, what are the instances that you want, yan po, no? So, that you want to use the do while instead of the while, no? So, if you want your first iteration to be true, no? Na hindi bag-false. So, yan po yung mga instances. Okay, so yan po, no? So, on the first iteration, it's 3. So, dahil nagkaroon ng increment, so magiging 6. And then, tinest yung condition, yung ating Boolean expression, is 6 less than 100. It's true. Okay, so kaya, balik po siya. So, hindi na po siya dadaan dito sa initialization. Okay? So, hindi na po siya dadaan dyan dahil hindi po siya nakapaloob sa ating do state, sa ating do while. Ayan po. No? So, yan po yung ating do while. So, yan po yan. So, 3, 6, 9. So, how many iteration? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no? Until 9, 10. Okay, so on and so forth. So, kung ilang iteration yan, remember, pag sa loop, hindi natin tinitingnan how many iterations. Remember, yung ating condition ang dapat na tama. Okay, so that it will always be true, no? So, ayan. So, ayan. So, kung hindi natin lalagyan to ng increment or decrement, no? So, this will be an indefinite loop. Okay? So, yan po. So, ano pa? Okay, so, yung ating ayun na. So, ito yung isa. Ito yung ating infinite loop na dual. Pwede rin natin ito i-convert, no? So, bakit po to naging infinite loop? It's because wala po siyang iteration na tinatawag. So, pero ginawa na natin to, no? So, pwede natin to i-convert into dual. But we will not do that anymore because we're running out of time. So, let us go back here. So, yan po, no? So, na-convert natin po yan into a do while. Yan. So, na-convert natin yan kanina. Ayan, so na-convert din po natin yung skip counting by 3. Ayan. Okay, so recap po tayo. So, ayan po, no? So with all the loops you might have written so far, the loop body may execute many times, but it is also possible that the loop will not execute at all, no? So ayan po. So the do while loop test a Boolean expression after one repetition has taken place at the bottom of the loop, no? So laging nasa bottom, hindi po siya sa beginning ng loop, no? Yeah. So for next week, no, so we will be discussing the 4 loops, no? So another loop, no? Yan. So let's have a quiz. Okay. Ayan. So ayan po yung ating, try po natin yung ating quiz. Okay, so number 1, the do while loop checks the value of the loop control variable at the top of the loop prior to loop execution. Is it true or false? What is the answer? Okay, so tingnan natin yung mga comment kung magiging tama ba yung ating sagot. Okay, sagot kayo, Rovic and Neil. Okay, anong sagot? Answer is, it's false. Di po ba? Remember, nasa bottom po yung ating do while, no? So, checks the value of the loop control variable at the bottom loop after one repetition has occurred. Kasi meron muna isang do, no? So, one execution of the do before it will check the condition. So, kanina kasi, di ba, ang nakalagay po dito is at the, ano po ang nakalagay? At the top, no? So, which is false. So, dapat po nasa bottom. No? So, it's actually at the bottom. Okay, so number 2 question. When the statement is in a loop, body must execute at least one time. It is convenient to use a do while loop. No? So, when the statement is in a loop, body must execute at least one time. Is it convenient to use a do while loop? Siyempre, no? So, ang answer dyan is true, no? So, kung at least dapat meron tayong ma-execute na isang statement before the condition. Okay, so let us use the do while. So, another question. When the body of a do while loop contains a single statement, you do not need to use curly braces to block the statement. Is it true or false? It's true. So the answer also is true. Okay, so you do not need to use curly braces to block the statement. Yan. So yan, no? So let's get ready, imagine, and start our coding. Sabi nga po, no, ng ating mga famous programming code, the best thing about a Boolean is that even if you are wrong, you are only off by a bit. Diba? Okay? So, anonymous. Ayan. No? So, these are my references. Okay? So, si Tutor Pao, si Tutor Drain, si ako po, no? So, your Tutor Bell, and then si Tutor Lon. Every Friday po yan, no? So, from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Magkita-kita po tayo. So, for your comments and suggestions, hang on there and scan the QR code. Okay, so thank you very much po. See you again. Bye next week po. Bye. This is your Tutor Bell signing off. Thank you.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!